there's nothing here that gives me a lot of confidence in their ability to win games, let alone close out games when they get a huge lead, because this is a coaching staff that in 2 years has blown 5 games where they had 90% win probability in the second half. That is near impossible to do. Like, that's just, I remember the odds of it happening 3 times in one season was less than 1%. Like that is just incompetence. And it's insane to me that it's a consideration still, but here we are. And I mean, I've said many times in this show, I was an Eberflus guy when they hired him, but that is severe incompetence to lose that many games that you should just not have even sniffed a loss in.
100%. I completely agree with you there. It's frustrating, right? Too, because I think we as fans are sitting here and we're like, what is this? What is this team going to do? And where are they going to go? And can they ultimately get this right? Just getting it right would be so nice for once, because it's been so long since this team has had what felt like a competent head coach. And even, not taking shots at people that don't necessarily deserve it, but even Lovey wasn't the greatest game manager as a head coach, right? Like this franchise has not been known for head coaches outside of Mike Ditka. And let's be frank, that team was incredible. Those 80s teams were great teams, and they only won 1 Super Bowl. So how are we even going to sit here and claim Mike Ditka is this immaculate head coach? They haven't had truly a great head coach probably since George Halas. And that's just unacceptable as a franchise. You're a charter franchise. You are one of the craziest fan bases in the entire league. And yet they refuse to operate with competency. And I think that is what is so frustrating here. And I think that's why fans are starting to get itchy right now, Q, waiting for this potential Eberflus decision, because everybody's sitting here going, literally, you just talk through all the numbers there. Additional numbers here, down by 10 plus with less than 5 minutes to go. Teams were 0-84 after the Bears-Lions first matchup, 1-84 when the Lions came back. Like, they literally did shit this year that was like history defying in terms of just bad football. When does that, even with a 7-10 record, because quite frankly, they should have been 10-7, which is hysterical to think about when you consider like how this
Green Bay wouldn't even had a chance at the playoffs.
No.
That would be the Bears spot. That would have been locked in Sunday, and they would have been resting starters. How about that?
Tyson Bagent was inactive. Nathan Peterman would have started that game, damn it. How awesome would that have been?
That's the coaching, though. Like, that's your coach this year was not a multiplier. He was a subtraction from your team.
Yeah. And that's just shooting yourself in the foot.
And I mean, that discounts everything, Monday through Saturday. But if you're not getting it done on Sunday, it's all for nothing anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Like it's great if you will the building Monday through Saturday and guys love you and everything like that. It's great. But at the end of the day, you'll win and lose games on, well, not always Sundays, but hypothetically speaking here, Sundays, right? Like, you win and lose games on Sundays. I don't give a rat's ass what you do. I mean,
Bears were actually pretty good on Monday and Thursday night football, so it really was, and their Saturday game. So really Monday through Saturday was all good.
Yeah, it just literally was Sunday, which unfortunately the NFL loves playing the Bears in that noon slot on Sundays more often than not. So it's like, well, shit, what are they going to do now? But in all seriousness, it's very frustrating when. It's great to have good culture and it's great to have all that. Like, that's important stuff. Don't get me wrong. Very important stuff. But you still got to be able to win ball games at the end of the week. And when this coaching staff has clearly made an example that they can't, I think Sunday's game solidified it, right? Again, if they come out and beat the Packers, I don't even think we're having this discussion. I think Flus is guaranteed to be back. Maybe Getsy's gone, and that's the big place that they have to go. Fields is probably still quarterback. Like, there is no, are they taking Caleb? It's probably, who are they trading the first overall pick to and, fleecing for, tons of resources. It's total opposite discussion because, like you said, despite an 8-point loss, they were not even in that game. No. We're not even in that game from the jump.
And they got every break too. Like
they did.
It felt like things just kept coming up Bears on little things, on penalties, on a fumble recovery, on stuff like Tyreek Stevenson knocking him out of bounds going backwards, the clock runs. Like there was a lot that went in the Bears' favor. If that becomes more 50-50, they may have lost that game by 2 scores.
Yeah. And then it's even worse, right? Then we're really sitting here going, why the hell isn't Eberflus out the door? So I'm right there with you, man.